Tallulah was running rampant over the table. So yeah, she's right behind the camera. She ran crazy. I heard crash, bang, boom. She was, oh, you look forward to listening to me? Well, you're the only one. Hey, Missy, she's trying to play with the lights. No, she just won't stop. She's wild. She's as wild. Okay, I'm moving this up. Okay, there. We have a good angle. It is freezing in LA, freezing. So, it's freezing. I think it's freezing. Of course, I'm Canadian, so it's not really as cold as Canada, obviously. But this is my favorite winter scarf for like 15 years. And I just put it on because it has blue around the front. So I'm like, I'm going to put it on. How is everybody? Okay. And I'm itchy again on my nose. Yeah, this we got one Christmas to go to Canada just because of the blue. And then the ombre. And you pretty much wash it, throw it, step on it, and it still comes back. Excuse me. Okay, there she goes. You see that? There she is. Yeah. She just jumped from over here to over there. I brought out my white coat with a fur collar, and she thought it was a relative. I told her it was a raccoon, and we're not playing with raccoons right now. And I shut the door. That's what I did. I shut the door. Yeah, okay. Is Brittany going nuts again? I have no idea. I don't know. I haven't really looked at the energy. I have to do some videos. I am busy with backed up work this week, so I'm working all the backed up, and that's what I'm doing. So I will be busy doing that. I knew you were going to ask about the lip color. It is Siobhan Beige, or Beige Siobhan, and it's Jafra Cosmetics. Estelle got it for me. I think this was last Christmas's one, along with a couple others. So this is it. I don't have much left, but that's it. That's it. Mwah. That's it. It's Estelle's Beige Chiffon. And then I use my, lip liner, and then I used a bit of Jafra gloss and glossed it in. I'm terrible with the makeup because I will use 65 things on my face. What are you doing? What are you doing? I will do that, and that's what I will do. Yeah. How is everybody? I know, Mew Mew. Let's see, nails, they're a different color, black. They're black, kind of shiny black. I'm doing black. I'm in mourning because I'm on planet Earth. I'm in mourning. Why am I here? Why, I ask you? Why? So it's just going to be hello, lovely from schizophrenia. Oh yeah, I've heard about the schizophrenic weather. I heard there was a storm in Hawaii. I was like, what? I was at dinner last night, and somebody was saying there was some huge storm in Indiana. And then, of course, I'm trying to get this right. And then I mentioned HARP, and everybody's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, that's right. Of course, this whole group, and it's mainly men, and they're just like, sure. Okay, sure. Sure. And I'm like, you don't have to trust me. I mean, told you about, who, EPSTEINE. I told you about him at, a party 5-6 years ago. You all poo-pooed me and slapped me on the arm and said, how can you think that way about people? We like them, so they must be good people because we know them personally. Obviously, we're at their house for dinner, and even if you are, you don't know what they do. You don't know what the hell I do when I turn the camera off. It's pretty safe to say I go for coffee, but other than that, I could be crazy. I could be crazy. Seriously, right? So anyway, I know no one believes anything, but now they write me because I was right. Yeah, that's right. Right. I win. Yeah, so many people call me crazy. So many people are like, really? Do you think so? 25 years back, I was talking about this shit that goes on that I knew personally from certain personal people, but whatever. Anyway, you know what I found out? The last video, yeah, I'm pretty sure I go for coffee. Yeah, it is warfare in the weather-wise. Rain out of nowhere. I heard there was it tornadoes in, not Kansas, Tennessee? I want to say that, maybe Arkansas. I don't know, but a bunch of people in a candle shop died. That was very, 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 very upsetting. So, and then there was like 30, 40 earthquakes off the coast of Oregon. So yeah, that was fun. Anyway, they laugh at me at dinner. They're like, mm-hmm, uh-huh, mm-hmm, yeah, sure. Okay, Sloan, okay. And I'm like, dudes, yeah, and they are all, it's always men, except, yeah, Kentucky had tornadoes. There you go. It's always men. Oh, it was an explosion. Thank you. They don't explain it because sometimes, they're a bit tipsy when they're drinking. I'm the only sober one, so like I'm going around the table going, okay. And they all give you the look like from their forks, they give you the look like, she a crazy bitch. Yes, I do hate men at times. I think they're stupid. What do you want me to say? I don't hate all men. I just hate men that think they're the only ones on the earth. It's always men. The women seem to know this. I mean, whatever. I was married 33 years, so I don't think I hate them. And I had 2 baby boys. And I love them. I do not like addicts, alcoholics, drug addicts, you all. But men seem to be the ones who are like, Sloan, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? I'm like, no, you all. And they go, oh, my favorite line is, and so you think there's UFOs? And I'm like, yes, I do. And they're like, do I sleep with men? Yes, but not for a long time. 33 years married? Yes. Yes, that's correct. Boy children, love them. Taught them to, tried to teach them to be gentlemen. Told the girls, they came into our house, don't leave the door open and don't let those boys get away with what they want. That's what I said. I tried to raise them so they would be polite men. I said no drugs, no alcohol, but that goes out. Anyway, yeah. So, well, men still do everything right. Do know everything right. Well, no, they think they do because they're, logical mindsets. So they're not usually of spiritual, like, thinking, if you will, like they need proof. So when they don't see proof, they're like, you crazy. And I'm like, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I mean, how do you think the dinosaurs disappeared? Wasn't there like a huge freezing of the land? Yeah, but I mean, okay, as far as musicians, they're musicians. What can I say to you? I don't have time for musicians. No, musicians are fine. Everybody's fine. If they're honest, they speak the truth and they're not addicts, I'm cool with it. But there's so many people that are, addicts. I can't deal with addict conversation, and I can't deal with they're very stupid sometimes. You just have to fuck them, feed them, and something else. Probably do their laundry. I don't know what it is. But I mean, they're okay. They're okay. They're okay. I like them as friends. Let's see. I had some digestive problems and weird brain fog. I like them as friends. I mean, I do like conversations with them if they don't booze is the worst. If they don't laugh at me for what I say, but I can't do any tattoos until the Venus retrograde is over. That's what I was going to say. So my last video, and I keep looking for this heating thing. I'm suffocating in here. Anyway, my last video got blocked. I basically talked astrology. So I was on and I was appealing it, and they're like, men, just kidding. Yeah. Well, I mean, I said I fuck men. Yes. I mean, I find that interesting, although not recently, but you know what I'm saying? Back in the day. I mean, I was married for 33 years, go back before that. Okay, I have to move this. Anyway, yeah, they're fine, but I just honestly, I can't find, hold on, you guys, I'm going to have to exit the table for a second. I can't find the heater to turn off the heater so that I don't die of heat. I'm sorry, I'm going to find the heater. Where the hell is it? Here's the heater. Here's the heater, y'all. Heater. Okay, it goes down. We're going to put it down to 75. It was at 82. That's how cold I was when I came in. I'm so cold. Alcoholics, I've just had the experience of alcoholism and cocaine addiction and whatever else, possibly opioid addiction around me my entire life. So, I'm not a good judge of any male person. However, and I am pro woman, but I'm not pro all women because there's a lot of women backstabbers too. Yeah, oh yeah, right. So I don't know what to say. I don't care if I have a pet that's male or female. Like, I'm not going to pick one. And I wanted boy children. I didn't want girl children. I wanted boy children. So I did want my boy children. And I loved my boy children. So both of them. Okay. December 18th. Exactly. I like individuals. Yeah, it depends. If they're not high or drunk. If you come around me and you're drunk or you're like a cokehead, like Johnny Feelgood cokehead, I'm like, get away from me. If you talk to me like you're high, I get crazy. Addiction in astrology. Addiction in astrology is interesting because it's a compulsivity. And again, I hate to bag on Scorpios. Don't fucking hate me for it. But you're going to be looking for Pluto, Uranus, or Neptune. Neptune. Okay, so here's how it goes. Neptune rules Pisces. Pisces anything is your foodie addicts. So people who have foodie issues can be water sign Cancer, although they're more alcoholics. Any Cancer in the chart, you're looking for alcoholics. I did Kate Spade. I did a video 3 years ago. Okay, so Cancer and Pisces, you've got your food addictions. Cancers, like Cancer risings and Cancer moons, tend to be your bulimics, your, compulsive, get rid of the food. Pisces is like, give me as much food as you can on a plate because I'm feeling sad. So I need to eat everything. And I can go down that road. I have a loaded 12th house. I can eat my way through many, many things. I've learned not to. So I'll eat a lot, but there's certain things I don't eat. Like I did eat some bread recently, but I don't normally eat bread. And I watch what kind of bread. But it's Pisces that is the foodie sign. So when you're looking at people that have extreme food disorders, you can find the Pisces in their chart. Cancer, alcoholics. So like your Mars in Cancer. So if you're born with like a Mars in Cancer, your father was an alcoholic. You're going to attract men who are alcoholics. If you're a man with Mars in Cancer, you're probably going to attract an alcoholic as well in your family, around you, your friends. So yeah, I'm an emotional in Pisces South mode. I'm a loaded 12th house. I will eat. Like if something goes wrong, I will eat, but I'm trying not to. So now I'm in the starving phase. So who are your starvers? Your overcompulsive bingers, your laxative takers, your extreme exercises. That's Virgo, okay? So your donuts, that's Virgo. So you've got your like people that, the ones that weigh 70 pounds and they're like, I'm fat. The Virgo, exactly. They eat, they don't eat, or they eat only, your really extreme, like whatever, the weightlifters that eat extreme. I know they have to eat extreme. I am a Leo. I apologize for my Leo stuff, but it's all in the 12th house. So it's a Pisces influence. Remember, wherever your planets are placed in the house that they're placed in. Okay, so if you have a bunch of 8th house planets, you're like a Scorpio. Bunch of 6th house planets, you're like a Virgo. Bunch of 12th house planets, of which I have 6, you're a fucking Pisces influence. This is why I'm delusional. I don't know which end is up. But I'm not high and I'm not drunk. So that's good, because I very well could be. Virgos can be very picky. Now, Tauruses, if you're looking at Tauruses, they're sensual eaters. So they're going to want to eat what makes them feel good. So sensually, so like tactile. So your Tauruses, they got to feel good. They're your cashmere chocolate eaters, coffee drinkers. And I could fall into that too. There's a lot of do-overs. I came in to be a slave on this planet. So here I am, chained to the man, but you can't see I'm chained. My whole life has been about imprisonment from birth onward. But yeah, so you have to watch like each sign. So when you're asking about addiction, compulsivity can come from Pluto and or lots of Scorpio. They're compulsive. They will not back down. They will do only what they want. Taurus can soothe itself by what it likes to do. So Taurus Taurus, if they like whatever, jelly beans, they're going to eat 500 jelly beans, right? I have no purpose. I did not come here for a reason. I thought I was living a life and then I got slammed with everything. So I'm like, yeah. And if I do have a purpose, I reject said purpose. I'm going against everybody. So no. Anyway, so if you have Neptune, okay, which rules the sign of Pisces, but you have Neptune on your Venus, you could very easily have confusion about your sex life. I do find Cancer people to be very compulsive sexually. Sex addiction usually comes from strong Pluto influence in opposition to like Mars or Venus. Aries, I'm drinking. Well, Aries loves to drink. They love to ruin people's lives by drinking. Sorry, that's a personal anecdote over here. Anyway, so it depends in the chart. So yes, you can see addiction. Plus, you can have transiting addictions. Like when Saturn, I was just talking about this, it does come from your dysfunctional family. Thank you so much, Teresa, Lena, and Princess. It does come from your dysfunctional family, but your chart shows your dysfunctional family and their addictions. So when you look at a chart, you're seeing an overlay of what you came in to learn, which means the family dynamics are in the overlay. Okay, so it's in there. So if it shows up in your chart, oh, you have April 3rd. I'm sorry. Mainly, I'll never date another April 3rd, marry another April 3rd. There'll be no more April 3rds. There'll be no more April 16th. There'll be no more April anything. Virgos are kinky. I told you that. Virgos are just like, they're kinky. You can go either way, but you have to combine a chart like makeup, okay? So like, how do you end? I don't know how you, okay, first of all, my back is killing. I walked up and down 7 flights of stairs all day going from that stupid Americana over to the Glendale Galleria, over to my Apple appointment, only to leave my phone in the car and have to walk back. You can't get up and down in the elevator. Oh my God. Now, I got to tell you something funny about that. So, of course, I'm not wearing anything, like this. I'm just going across from the Americana over, and Forever 21's gone from the Americana. I'm so sad. That was the good Forever 21, and now it's gone. Okay. Yeah. Well, Cancers, I guess they can be deep. I only ever dated one Cancer, and he was an alcoholic sex addict. And then I married a Mars in Cancer, and everybody I know has Cancer. So yeah, stay away from them too. Okay. So, all right. So anyway, yeah, no, I usually love, sorry, my nose is so itchy. I usually love a lot of exercise. Like if you tell me to park 60 blocks away from wherever, thank you so much for that. I'll do it because I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited to be walking because it's calorie burning. That's where my mind goes. I'm like, it's productive. But since I hurt my back, I'm like, oh, my phone. And I got to go up those stairs. I can't really walk up the stairs like as strong. So then there's like 50 people waiting for the elevator and you can only get like 8 in there. So you got to wait 4 rounds. Anyway, not the point. Here's the point. So walking across from the Americana into the old Glendale Mall, like the original mall, and so it's like massive people going to the right, people going to the left. I'm going this way. All of the people from the Asian countries, this is just my observation, do not hate on me. I saw a lot of people from Asian countries, a lot of foreigners in the mall, a lot of Europeans. So the people coming from the Asian countries, I noticed, did not have any of this. Well, all of the other people, not from there, all were like this. And then there were a couple of us that walked into stores without anything, and people were like, I was like, hi, my back hurts. Yeah, so I was like, oh, my back hurts. Anyway, when you're looking at your astrology chart, you could have, as I do, 4 planets in fire, but they're all in the water Pisces house in the 12th house. Makes me very muted, dull, not vibrant Leo. If it was in the 1st house, I would be super out there, obnoxiously so just think Paris Hilton or something. Although she's in Aquarius, I think, but I don't even know what her chart is. And who really knows if it's a real birthday? Yeah, I know. No, April 16th. I married one of them, and my father was April 16th, and I told you, in a twin. My stepfather was April 14th in the twin. My first husband was in April 16th. I don't think he was a twin. No, I'm not Sloan Bella 007. Is that another copier, for God's sakes? And then I married in April 3rd. And most of my pets are Aries. Tallulah is a Cancer. And they kept trying to tell me that she was a Leo. And I'm like, no, she's hiding under the dresser. She's a Cancer until she can come out and strike. So, Yeah, every sign, I know, Forever 21's great. See, lots of twins in Aries time frame, I find. And Jason's in Aries rising. Yeah, see, April 10th. I'm just not a huge fan. I'm not a fan. I was at Glendale in the 80s. Yeah, I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of anything. You don't have to be a fan of me. I know Leos were bossy, dominant, vain, self-centered, egotistical. We're loudmouth. We're stupid. We're all of this. I don't care. I still have my pet peeves. I get so many people go, how can you say bad things about a sign? I don't care. Say it about my sign. I don't care. You're a Leo if you're August 12th. Aries, 13, rising, Taurus, moon. Yeah, I can't talk to you either. Sorry, I talk to everybody until you piss me off. And usually if you're drunk, like, we're going to get into fights. Yeah, so do we break down into, I don't break down sex into anything. I wanted children. So that's what I wanted. Other than that, it's fun. And it belongs, you know, wherever. So there you go. Libras. I don't know what to say about the Libras right now. Trying to think. I had nothing to say about the Libras right now. Pisces. I'm like, wait, what am I got to say? Nothing. Anyway, I was having so much fun at the mall, but there were so many people. I started hyperventilating. I was like, and then I went to the mall. Yeah, Leo men are different. They don't do anything. I ate popcorn too. Yes, I have Pluto in the first house. It is full of huge problems. People don't like you. So people don't like you. They don't like me. They don't like Bobby. They don't like any of us. Too bad. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat, you guys. Yeah, I don't care if people like me. As I said, when does the age of Aquarius start? I really feel like it started a while back and I can't remember the exact date. Good question. I'll have to look it up again. I used to know. They say it starts now, but it didn't. This has been coming for a while. This has been coming for a while. I know that mall is ridiculous. I was like, oh my God. And I went there yesterday. I could not get in the mall. I could not get in the mall. I could not. I tried 6 blocks around. No. So then I went over to the Americana and had to park on level 7, which is the top level. And there were only 3 spots left. I got one. Yeah, Libra. I don't know what to say about Libras. I don't know. I have nothing to say. I know a few. I don't have an opinion about, well, Libras are always causing chaos to get back to balance. So, you know, I can find something good or bad with every sign. So I'm a Virgo. My daughters are Aries. Virgo and Aries go together quite well. April 16th, men run. Oh, please. I was raised by one. I was raised by one who basically critiqued the shit out of me while he drank and smoked cigarettes. It's like, what? Huh? What? You talking to me? You best not be talking to me. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? So, oh my God. Wait, Pluto, I didn't see. Wait, I just saw that. Thank you for that. Okay, Pluto square my ascendant in my triple Gemini birth chart. You said it's not good. No, Pluto's squaring your ascendant. It's not good. You get shoved out of your comfort zone every time you want. Yeah, don't go to the mall at Christmas. I forgot about that, but I was supposed to return my phone to Apple. Then they're like, you can't return it here. We can disable it and you have to go to the post office. I'm like, oh, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Yeah, so the mall, wait, at the mall, I know I get anxiety. Like, I'm like, oh my God, there's people. This mall was like Disneyland. Like the people were out. Sloan, do you have, no, I have leggings on. I literally just got back from the mall, but I find the mall to be very, full of people speaking different languages, speaking different stuff. So I can always like get into their head. Yeah, so do you. I didn't even read that. Thank you all for the super chats, y'all. Oh my God. I don't know if there's anything unlucky in 13. Why do we listen to anything? I got leggings for men. Sorry. I'm not going to comment. Shut up, Sloan. It's okay. Some men wear those leggings running, you know, whatever. Yeah, sensory overload. I don't want to shop online all the time. I like to see the clothes and feel them. Yeah, I like the Mel Gibson movie. Yeah, it's what women want. Yeah, I don't want anything. You read my mind, it would be, fuck you, you jerk, while I smile politely at them. Till I make a run for their car. Till I make a run for their car door to get the hell out of their car door. You should be surprised at how many people that I smile at in the world that I'm just like, you know, just dying to get out, get away from them. I just fake. I call it family fake around the holidays. Fake fucking smile all holidays. You know, certain relatives come over. Fake smile. Fake, 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 fake. Like Elaine. But I don't ever fake an orgasm because I'm invested in that. So it's that. Ah, yeah. I know. I love Forever 21, but they took the big one out of Glendale. I was like, oh no. Because I was going to do that. Libra married to a Scorpio. Well, that might work. The Scorpio will throw you out of your comfort zone. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Saturn in the first house. I will tell you, with the eating disorder that I got severely, yeah, work smile is fake. My smiles are, you know, I don't know what to say. I was going to say when Saturn went through my first house, Saturn in Virgo, that is when I had a massive nervous breakdown and didn't eat for 3 years, solid food. Did not eat food. Went absolutely bananas. So that was Saturn in the first house. Now, Saturn in the first house, you got to watch it because you ended your life early last lifetime. So this can be through your own hand, your own volition. The point with Saturn in the first house is to know that you have to get over your depression until you're 42, and then it clicks out karmically. So you're kind of living last life karma with Saturn in the first house, right? No, my video's still up, but they will not, yes, I do like Blue Lotus. They will not monetize it. It's under review. Hi, on YouTube, it's under review. So I was, what do you call that? Appealing it. And I said, this is BS. This is BS, right? And they go, can you please refrain from using profanity? I'm like, can you please refrain from censoring my words? I was talking about freaking astrology. That's what I was doing. I was like, wow. Anyway, yeah, Saturn in the first house. But when we're talking about like addictions, all of these things, and you can be born with addictions, 15 years of struggle. Yeah, depression is always a struggle. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Every time I get in a fight with someone in public, which I try not to do, but I'm like, if they pull a gun and say they're going to shoot me, I'd probably be like, do it. I told you the gunfire after Keith's funeral, I got caught in the middle of literally leaving my house of one guy shooting at a guy across the street. I got caught in the middle and I just like sat in my car in the middle. I was like, oh, what? But then I think if I die, who cares? Because who cares? We all die. So you see, it goes around like that. We all struggle that. Oh, Tia, did you wean off meds? You don't need to take meds. Well, if you want to and you feel you need to. Thank you so much for that. You guys, I got the new phone already. I have to take the old one back. Exercise cures you. Exercise. And certain foods you eat has a residual energy to it. Like, don't go for fast food. Blue Lotus is a tea that opens up your kind of your spiritual self. So I like Blue Lotus. No, we don't die. That's why when mediums say they're talking to the dead, they're not really talking to the dead because the dead have dropped this body and gone through the dimension, right? Oh, gang fight in the 80s mover event. Wait, trapped in the middle. Exactly. So that you don't really do that. Miss, I'm a Scorpio married to a Taurus. You're married to your opposition. Usually certain signs run through certain families and you'll see it in your 7th house, your 9th house. Now remember, 7th house, 9th house on your nodes, they are talking to demons. No, they're not because, okay, you can talk to demons. I mean, like there are demons around. Obviously the Catholic Church allocates a lot of money for that. So yeah, there are demons. But when you're talking about actually talking to, quote, people that have passed on, that the reason that really people say it's evil, you're talking to demons, which by the way, I don't actually think, because again, when my best friend died on his motorcycle years ago, okay, I had a best friend that died on a motorcycle. He literally came to me. I physically saw him and he physically told me. So I mentally know that. I know it. And, you know, John always likes to say, well, you were high, you were drunk. I wasn't any of those things. And he literally came to me and showed me. He was in God's presence, but he was going through a dimension. Yeah, I do understand depression quite a bit, let me tell you. But when the reason people say you're talking to demons and stuff like that, which you can be, there are tricksters. You have to learn how to use your ability to be able to understand who is speaking to you. Just like you can go in and work for somebody, right? I got this scarf like 15 years ago, honestly. And it's, okay, I'm just going to leave it like this. I got it 15 years ago. Anyway, what I was going to say is you can go work for a boss and he can be a total maniac, a psychopath, a nut job. Go work at the studios. Go work for some of these men, women, producers, and see how crazy they are, cuckoo birds, right? So you can definitely do that. And you can't see it to begin with. So you have to gauge from your personal experience. If you're a little kid, you're more naive than if you're a 30-year-old, than if you're a 50-year-old, than if you're a 70-year-old, obviously. However, a lot of religions base death on you're on earth or you're in heaven. They don't allow for the experience that continues on the different layers. Think of it like a layer cake, okay? Different dimensions. They don't do it. There you go, Kelsey Starr. Thank you. And so they're not all demonic, because I saw my best friend when he died. Like, he came to me and I saw him. And that was enough for me. If you've had the experience or you've had a near death, you understand it. But if the people are not dead because they went to dimensions, which is like hopping a plane and going to Florida and you're talking to them through a telephone, but it's through an energetic wire that people can't see, they get all fucking wigged out and go, they're demons because they're dead and you can't speak to the dead. Yes, you can't speak to the dead, but they're not dead. They've gone on. So the way that it's worded in our society is completely different. I'm not saying, though, you can't, Jared, I'm not saying you can't speak to demons, though, because they're out there. Again, the Catholic Church does it. And there are tricksters in different levels on the astral level. Like when you pick up information, the ones closer to Earth are, he spoke to me and gave me his past. There you go. Yeah, was that a demon or your dad? It was your dad. You know your dad's energy. My dad came to me after he died too. You know your dad's energy. You know your loved one's energy. You know the energy, okay? You know that. Oh, I'm sorry, Jill. So when you go into different layers, okay, like you phone different cities through your telephone wires, sometimes those wires get crossed and you end up calling somebody else's number and they're like, whose number is this? Like, I don't know whoever you're asking for, Anne, let's say calling, you're like, is Anne there? And they're like, no, this is Frank. And they start talking to you. So the wires got crossed and the information is different that comes here on the different levels. Sometimes you can hear one level and other times there's other ones speaking in your head, mixing up the message. So really you have to know yourself when you're doing the work. You actually have to know yourself. You have to know who you are. You have to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, then you'll never, I have to grab my other phone. Hold on. Somebody called, and so I just have to text them from a number they don't even know that I have. So I'll just tell them it's me from my secret number. Okay, so let me just do this. Hi. I'm just doing this. Normal phone. Okay. Call you after. Oh my God. It wouldn't send. Well, that's weird. All right. Okay. Maybe I don't have that number. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm just like, let me do this. Yeah, there's lots of tricksters that come through. Yeah, that's called the trap phone. I have many. I have like 16 different phone numbers. And to the people that are calling my family members with your bullshit, can I get a reading from Sloan? If you call me and ask for a reading, I'm never giving you a reading. Hear me clearly. Don't call other people in my family and bug the fuck out of them, okay? Thank you, Jared, for that. Don't do that. Don't do that shit. Some lunatic calls John like 10 times and then it's like, well, doesn't announce, just like, I want a reading. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, not jumping for you. And why are you calling? Doesn't even ask who she's getting. You know what that is? They list all the phone numbers. I have like 13 different phone numbers, so you're never going to know what it is. I call forward to call forward to call forward. You will never find me if I don't want you to fucking find me. So yeah, no. Anyway, yeah, that's what this woman, hold on, I'm trying this number. um, yeah, so anyway, that's what they do, and it's annoying, right? That's annoying. It's annoying as hell. No, they look it up online and stuff. They look it up online. But as soon as they say that, I phone the number back from a blocked number, get their name, and I will never read them. Because you're an asshole calling up. Just because you whine doesn't mean I'm going to jump. Just because you whatever, I'm not going to jump. Some people even get in line to pay the extra fee on my site for you know, to jump to the front of the line, and I don't even take that money because I don't care. Okay, like I gotta take that off my website. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be at people's beck and call. I'm not doing it. So that's why you're not getting in. If I don't answer your emails, it's because I don't want to. That's all. Sorry, bitch over here. On, oops. I'm trying. Let's see if this number goes through. Ah, went through. I don't know what number this is that I don't even know what number that is because I switch SIM cards out of phones all the time. All the time. So anyway, yeah, no, they just call and they're like, I want a reading right away. Of course, I know something's wrong with you, but I also think that, like, what's wrong with you? Oh my God, thank you for that. I overdosed. Can you tell me exactly? You overdosed. No, I can't. Stop doing drugs. For God's sakes, that's a warning. Stop doing drugs. Yeah, I know people say they want to be in the position to have work, but I'm not here just to work. I'm here to do other kinds of work. I can't work and do videos. I can't work and teach other things. I can't do both. So when you tie me down with work, 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 I hate my life. I'm not a person who wants a shit ton of work. I want enough work to pay my bills. That's what I want. And I've had my career for 38 years. So I have enough work. And I don't let people like come in and do that, right? It's annoying. People get mad, but do you want to spend your whole life working? And if you want more clients at your work, then go get your clients. You have to sit there through the lean times and get your clients, and you have to be consistent. But yeah, astral projection. Let's see. Yeah, I know. And people just think, hey, monkey puppet bitch, do what I want you to do, bitch. It's like you're a hoe for everybody. They get really mad when you say that, but it's just another level of prostitution when they talk to you like that. I need an exchange and I need people to be comfortable, but like if I am going to suck dick for a living, I've got to have reciprocation. I'm going to do it on my own time. So I need to, you know, do it, but I literally can't. Let's see, higher hourly, less hours. I'm getting there. Exactly. Yeah, I should put my readings up so high no one can afford them. That would fix the problem. Okay, but I know they're keeping me down. I should be up over 150 subscribers. They keep me down and it's less and less subscribers every single week. So when I don't do videos, I get, you know, 2,000 subscribers a month. And now they block. I find it really annoying. So I will be getting off YouTube soon. I give them 30% of what I make and they treat you like that. It's like, I'm sorry, you're making money off me too. I do not care for what they're doing. So it's like, it's Bobby's ring. Yeah, Bobby gave me a beautiful amber necklace and this. I don't even think they're shadow banning. I just think they're doing it, but I don't care what they do because I'll be off here. And again, I have my own website. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to do this. So, you know, whatever. I've always had my own website. So it doesn't matter where I go. Where will you go? Who gives a fuck? No one cares. But yeah, I do not like being censored in any way. Yeah, I can stream on my website. We're just looking for a streaming platform. Those things are rather costly. A lot of things are costly. I've had a website for 30 years, 25, 28 years. So I've actually had a website for a long time. But I don't like that you can censor everything in the whole world. It's really, really, really weird. Don't you find it? Oh, yeah, no, I'm not leaving yet, but I'm just saying they don't let my channel grow. So it's like, you know, they just don't let you grow. I was going to do an OnlyFans, but not be naked. So I don't know if you can do that. I mean, they have some cooking girl on there. So I'm like, is she naked cooking girl or is she a real cooking girl? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, there's got to be something. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're never the same after you lose a child and it doesn't matter. I don't like being told what I can say and what I can't say. And it's just annoying. Patreon, yeah, they all block everything though. They just censor everything. It's censor. Yeah, they told me this month they only had 300 new viewers. That's because, and I'm going to look this up. That's because, let's see. I'm just going to put my name on here and see if I pull up. I bet you if you put my name, they don't like the truth. No one likes the truth. Thank you so much. They don't like anything that you talk, but yet they take 30% of any money you make from advertising. So if you make 10,000, they're taking 3 grand. Okay. So, or is that right? 30. I think so. Anyway, they're taking that and they're fucking with the people that are paying them, right? What's that about? What's that about? I don't know what that's about, but they do that. So it's like, it's an odd way of doing business. And the girl at YouTube, she's like, you know, if it's safe, we need our community to be safe. I'm like, I didn't ask you for permission to be safe from people. But as soon as people say they're trying to be safe, I feel like, you know, I want to punch them in the head. That's what I feel like. Yeah, I just feel like I want to punch people in the face. It's like, don't tell me you're going to help me be safe. Don't, I didn't, where were you when I was 14 and needed help being safe? You were not there. You were not there. So go away. You were not there. Where were you while I was in labor? You were not there. Where were you while my son was getting a motorbike? You were not there. So we're not safe over here. The world is not safe. And if you don't like the channel, get off the channel, right? I mean, what's the problem? Yeah, I don't know. It's just such a, oh my God, so annoying. Live stream, Rumble, Odyssey, China owns YouTube. Yeah, China owns a lot. I said that to the girl. I said, yeah, safe. Okay, diaper. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, be safe. No, I don't want to be safe. No, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do it, but I keep trying to look this up. I feel like I'm crazy trying to look this up. Okay, let's see. Because it just goes, my viewership goes from 2,800 people a month down. Ask Sam Tripoli to get you on. Okay, yeah. I haven't talked to Sam in a while, about 3 years. Yeah, and they take videos, they take your videos off, they take all kinds of things off. It's annoying. Anyway, we have a Gemini full moon coming up on the 18th. I know. We're all CHNA's bitch. That's who we are. That's what we are. But we have a full moon in Gemini, right? Yeah, no. Well, they do that. Yeah, it is a Gemini. No, it's a Gemini full moon, isn't it? It is a Gemini. I'm so confused. Let me see. I hate being censored for what I say. I hate it with a passion. Don't aggressive, tell her to be safe. I know, right? Oh my God. Be safe. No, you be safe. You be safe, because I may fuck you up. You know why my skin looks good? Because I have makeup on and I go running and I drink a shit ton of water. So much so that sometimes I have to pee outside. And we've been through that. Wait, I was going to look at something. I think it's a Gemini full moon on the 18th. Could be on the 19th late in the day. I mean, on the 19th on the East Coast. I'm not sure, but I think it's the 18th. Either way, it's next weekend. And it's going to be something else. Okay, let's see. Wait, horoscope. December 18th. December 18th. December, yeah, it's in aspect to Jupiter. It's good. It's a good full moon, but you know what? Gemini's communication, full moon. I have to take the scarf off. Now I'm suffocating in here. I got to put it down on the cool side, y'all. All right, here we go. We're going to put the cool air on. We're going to put the cool air on and get it down. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put some air conditioning on. Sorry. All of a sudden I'm boiling. Okay, so the Gemini full moon, yeah, Gemini full moon is going to be very, very interesting because we're going to get information. But as I said, all of the other stuff coming up astrologically, I really feel, and I'm going to say this again, information about the coffee girl. Do you get what I'm saying? Coffee girl, coffee. Mew Mew's over here. She's on the chair. She likes to fall asleep. She hears my voice and she's like, oh my God, the bitch is talking again. So do you know who the coffee girl is? Do you know who I'm talking about? Remember the name of the coffee that began with an M? Do you remember that? Okay. Anyway, The coffee girl. Why are we not seeing that on on the media? Yes. Why are we not seeing that? Why is no mainstream anywhere organization putting that out there? What? You think it's more important we know about nonsense? Look, I'm just having a all around crazy day. Do you think it's crazy? I mean, don't you think it's crazy? I think it's like, well, we're not going to hear about that. So we're just going to absolutely ignore the fact. Yeah, they're all afraid because they're all involved, right? They're all in, I know, don't get coffee involved. I'm trying to think of, so I was thinking of, that name house coffee, that brand name house coffee. Anyway, cool commercial. Exactly. But we are not hearing anything about that. Why are we not hearing anything about that? Do people not like go, what is that about? And do you know how many friends I've lost? Do you know how many friends that got mad at me because I had at least 3 different friends say to me, Maxi Pad. No, they didn't say that. They said to me, how can you critique Chrissy C. Teigen? See you next, Teigen. And here's what I said. I had this conversation at dinner last night. And I said, I don't care if they're my best friends on planet Earth. If they think that that woman's tweets are acceptable and they are mothers of children or human beings on planet Earth, then there's a problem with them. There's a problem. You're the one with the problem. If you don't like the fact that I speak the truth because the stupid person put them on her Twitter, she put those on her Twitter. She commented on those on her Twitter. I did not. I'm taking what she wrote. What did she write? And I'm saying, is this acceptable? And why the hell do people think, oh my God, I want to meet her. She's so, what? Yes. Yes, they actually are star Fucker-ers, and they're more brainwashed by the fact that she has a cookbook. I wouldn't eat her food in her cookbook, and I certainly wouldn't eat at her dinner party. That's for sure. Rainn Wilson's another one. Bryan Singer, Guardians of the Galaxy. Now I just forgot that dumbass's name. Anyway, why I know his daughter is the judge. Exactly. Why am I supposed to let you batter me and call me crazy when that adult female writes that about her children? Maybe CPS or CHS or whatever it is should go and take her children away from her, since I love Ghost. And I hate the fact that they made it a comedy, but it's actually very true. So I hate it that people are like, well, why are you picking on her? I'm like, why is she writing that? Are we crazy in this world? Like, what? I can't. I go bananas. I show people the tweets. I'm like, is this acceptable? Are you still going to call me crazy? Like, you're going to call me crazy. Yeah, okay. I'm pointing out that that's unacceptable, child violent behavior. Yeah, we'll call her Maxi Pad. So, I know it's back ass words, right? I'm just like, no, I actually lost friends. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, what is wrong with you people? Oh my God, what? And I don't want to be your friend, actually. So fuck off. I don't want to be your friend. If you accept this, she is describing relating one's own moral. Where are the morals? There are no morals. I know. Everybody thinks that it's okay for this woman to tweet that, or Rainn Wilson, or Bryan Singer, or James Gunn. There. All of them. It's okay. They're movie makers. They're special. You dummy better not talk against them. What are you talking about? So it's Ventura. Hi, Ventura. So my focus right now is on trying to understand what the hell is wrong with our society. I really feel, no, I would never buy anything about her. What? No. But I'm really trying to understand as a person what the hell is wrong. Because here's what I've noticed in our society. And I noticed it as a kid. Okay? I say you are describing I am describing it. That's not a moral code. You don't write shit that like that about children. If you're trying to say that somebody has a different set of morals, they may do it, but you cannot abuse children. Like, I don't care what you say to me. You can blather on all you want. You cannot do it. That's not a moral code. That's kindness as a person. You are kind. It's children. It's not even a moral code. Don't mess with children. Even in jail, they know this, and you're relating to somebody else's moral code. She has no moral code if you hurt children. Okay? If you hurt children or kick dogs, you have no moral code. You are immoral. I don't want to hear it. Go pick on somebody your own size, right? Pick on them your own size. Your own size. So if you weigh 150, go find a 150-pound guy and go pick on him. Write that shit about him. Do not pick on children. Do not pick on them. It's not a moral thing. You do not have a predilection to do that. It's a cycle of abuse and it's acceptance. I know somebody on here is trying to normalize that. I mean, please, what's wrong with everybody? Unacceptable. I will never allow it in my face. Never. And I never have. I've spoken up every single time I've seen it, and I have pedophile radar, and I'm not even supposed to say that out here. So the fact that you equate it with certain people's moral compass, it's immoral to harm other human beings. It's immoral. When those human beings are babies, there's something wrong with you. I don't care what you say. Yeah, everybody gets a pass. I know if they have money. The other people that get a pass are, oh, well, they were drunk. They didn't know what they were doing. You knew what you were doing. You drank so you could do it. You have money, so you think you can buy your way out of it. Well, see Tegan, let's see what happens. I just think it's disgusting. I think it's disgusting. I just am like, what? Yeah, why don't you go kick a poor puppy? Why don't you go drown a bunch of kittens? What's wrong with everybody? Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know if it's a lifelong. We've been taught on this planet. There's a lot of things, okay? Philippines, where she's from, maybe it's normal. She isn't even a she. She's not even a she. That is not a she. She's not a she. There's no she living in that body, okay? She did not have children. Okay, you can take baths with your kids. I don't think that that's a bad thing. What she writes is of concern, okay? What she writes is of concern. You should care about all people, but I'm going to say this again in case we're trying to fucking couch it. If you are a child, babies in particular have no control over their bodies. They are at the mercy of the adults around them, okay? They have no control. If I'm an adult and you go to punch me in the face, I have control over what you do. You may not get near me. I may run around the table like my poodle used to when the pit bull tried to get it. I may do that. I may slap you back. I may pull a gun out. I may run you over with the car, whatever it is. But I'm an adult. I can make decisions. When you have a vulnerable person, an elderly person, a baby person, a kitten, a puppy, an animal, you do not have the right to abuse them because they are younger and they don't have strength to come back and get in your face. That is a bully. If you are a bully, they're abusers. I know. Thank you. I live in Japan and I don't think I took baths with my kids. I breastfeed and took baths with my kids. I'm not talking about bathing. I'm not talking about bathing. I'm talking about what she tweeted, which is threatening violence against children. I am talking about that. That's what bathing with your kids is not abnormal. I had the family bed. We all took baths with our kids. Of course, those are our babies. That's very normal. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what she tweeted. That's what I'm talking about. She tweeted it. Don't try to twist it like I'm crazy. I took baths with my kids too. Well, go look up her tweets. I can't say the names on here and I can't. Of course, she's from Thailand and she isn't a she. For the love of God. They are soulless. You can't write that and not be soulless. And people try to convince people that it's okay. It's okay. It's natural. It's a choice. It's not a choice if somebody doesn't have the mental capacity and the information and the knowledge to make the choice with you. I don't care if they're mentally, slow. I don't care. They do not. Chrissy has pictures as a little girl, a little lady boy. Okay, whatever. Whatever. I don't care. She's not a girl. And you know how I know this? When I worked with prostituted and trafficked kids, okay, years ago, before I had my kids, I worked at all the shelters, and young kids would come in and they would say that they were young boys and they were working on the streets and they wanted to be female. City of Los Angeles gave them hormones for free. Now, you ladies can't get birth control for free. Well, you can from Planned Parenthood, actually. So do you believe in deliverance? Are you talking biblically or the movie? Both. Whatever, both. Thank God, in God, not people. Exactly. Is John, he is a girl. Think reverse. I just watched the updates on, what's her name? Sex in the City, Carrie Bradshaw's character. Did you see, I got to pull this up. Did you see the picture of her with that hat on? That is not a Carrie. That is a Ken. That's what I'm going to say. God, I can't help it. I've always disliked that woman. And what I don't like is being lied to. Yeah, her. Exactly. I can't say her name because I'll get in trouble again. But her character, all of these people, look at them, look at their face. You get the face you deserve at 50, providing you don't go to the plastic surgeon and fuck it up. She's not a horse. It's different. That's a pterodactyl again, like those Kennedys. Okay. It is the most atrocious thing. And to think that they try to sell that as a love affair is a huge problem for me. Yeah, it's a huge problem because when I spoke to people that were very, very, very beautiful, like Anna Nicole Smith, who had trouble dating, and this bitch, her character looking like that, and it's not, if you're born looking a certain way, you can't help it. You can't help it. But she's switched. So it's a lie. You understand? They lie. They lie. Anyway, I have to pull that picture up because when I look at it, I'm like, let's see, John. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Anna was beautiful. She struggled with relationships. She could not have consistent ones for a variety of reasons. But exactly. Big Mike, exactly. The hamburger store. Anyway, I'm going to get kicked off so much. But anyway, that's exactly correct. That's exactly correct. They try to pass it off. Why are they passing it off? Why? Well, why is because it's part of a bigger agenda. And then we're supposed to think that looking like that is acceptable. It's not acceptable. And I don't know where those twins came from of hers. Where did they come from? Where did they come from? I don't even really know who Lana Del Rey is. I'll have to go. Yeah. Well, Matthew Broderick, this is all I'm going to say. He's a Broadway star and he's I'm on Broadway. Jazz hands. Okay. That's what he is. He's jazz hands. There's no way. And they try to pass it off like that. It's face burglary. I can't. And you know what? It's maybe we're just seeing her true colors through her face. Yes, it's in Canada and the Bahamas. I know. Oh, I brought that up at dinner last night. And here's what I got. Table of people looking at me like, I'm like, Okay, what about Robert Downey Jr.? I do like Robert Downey Jr., although he's an Aries, so I cannot like him. Okay. Yeah, let's see. New movie. I'm still trying to pull this woman up. The fact that she gets, okay, so Matthew probably as a gift to the spirits, like leaving oranges outside of Buddha. This guy runs him over and leaves them for his thing. Anyway, she is just one of the most hideous looking people, and I have, so anyway. Well, remember, back in the day, How many women do you know? Okay. I'm still trying to find the picture of her. How many women do you know that grow up and are told you got to be beautiful to be on camera? And this is what used to bother me, okay? And call me a Leo. This is where I am a Leo. You can see beauty. Kitty's over there. She's sound asleep. You can see beauty, and it doesn't mean, quote, classic beauty. There's people that exude beautiful energy and they're not, quote, classically beautiful or, whatever, because they're kind internally and that comes out like this, okay? Comes out like this. That woman shows nothing. And I'm not even talking about genetics. There is something god awful wrong about that woman and has been. And it's not, are we sure that she and Celine Dion are not the same person? I'm just asking. There's something very wrong with and I'm not talking wrinkles, but they teach young girls you have to be beautiful. And then they put people on camera that are so clearly the opposite of that, that it's confusing to young, beautiful women who never get a chance and ruin themselves because with BBLs and things like that. All signs have their flaws, of course. I just have ones I like. We all have ones we like and don't like. I don't care if anybody likes Leo or not. You don't have to like me. I don't care. I have a family. They don't like me either. Anyway, long story, but don't you get mad like when they put certain people on? Isn't Kate Upton kind of cute in the face? Kind of. But like when you actually, I'm a Leo rising too, when you actually look at them and they go, most, Tom Cruise, amazing, sexy man, he's 5'4". No offense, and he's got a tooth in the middle of his face. I'm like, what is that? What is that? And the only reason that he got famous is because he was gay for play or work. Am I allowed to say that? Bloody hell with this phone. Hold on, I'm doing this, trying to pull it up. Yeah, he's 5'4", 5 feet, 5'2". Now, Prince was like 5'2", but Prince, I don't know, we didn't mind Prince because Prince exuded cute, whatever, very feminine looking, very feminine. I can't find the picture of this girl with the thing on her head going to the wedding or the funeral of Big, but yeah. And look at how ugly. Oh my God, I've got to stop. Look at her face. Ask yourself, Prince, I know, Prince stealing from Rick James. Hilarious, right? But just look at, well, Rick James, yeah, you're right. They just mimic. But just look at the essence of a person and look in their eyes and then look, okay? Where is this picture? I saw this picture and it pissed me off so bad. I was like, okay, that's it. See, they don't show her face in the picture because she's just so whatever. I can't get it on there. Anyway, I have a lot of problems with this. Okay, I have a lot of problems. The eyes speak. The way that you look speak. And I'm not talking wrinkles. We're all going to age. We are all going to age. We're all going to get wrinkles. She's not a horse. It's a pterodactyl. Maria Shriver is one of them too. Yeah, Chinese face rating really is. And yeah, there's something not right. Was it Big's wedding or Big's funeral? I don't know. On what planet would that woman ever get married without making a business deal? And I'm being serious. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry you don't like me. I'm sorry that seems mean. And John's always like, you have to be nice. People can't help how they look. This is different than that. This is something else. This shows and it's seeping off. So start looking at people. Intention is everything. And I'm not, again, does not matter what your face looks like. You could be out on the streets for 20 years and have all kinds of, we are not all made in God's image. That's where you're wrong. Some people do not come from God. They come from the other one. We are taught that. That's why we're at a disadvantage. A lot of information was hidden from us. A lot of information is hidden. If you don't know that there is another God that rules this planet, not the God that we think of, or whichever God you think of, if you do not have all of the information, you cannot make an informed decision. You are playing from one set of rules while they are playing from another set of rules. And Joel Osteen getting busted with his own money, okay? getting busted, hiding and pretending to steal his own money. That went on years ago from a friend of mine who told me that story. That would be, I'm not going to say her name, but anyway, that would be her. So they don't tell the truth. And if you don't know what's going on metaphysically, occult wise, then you don't know. You treat others as you want to be treated, which is true, but you are not dealing with others who come from where you come from. They come from a darker place. And by darker place, I mean they do things in the privacy in order to get what they want from the material world because they think they're their own gods. And they think there's no problem. It's okay if you think that, but don't think it doesn't show on your face. It shows on your face. And that is why I don't like you. And I don't like you. I don't know you. And I don't love you. Love like you. And that's it. That's exactly it. He stole his own money. Of course he did. So look, eye twitch. You see it? It gives me an eye twitch. I know they all, but we're not taught in this world. There's a lot of people that think their money and their possessions matter in this world. In a split second, you're dead. You're dead on the ground, just like my son. Where do you go at that point? Where do you go? He died within under 3 minutes leaving the bike shop, and a minute and a half later, he was dead. It took 3 minutes for my child to die. Where did my child go? Does he go good or does he go bad? He went good, but where does he go? Where does he go? So for all the shit you have here on the earth, the minute you hit the ground, the minute you overdose, the minute you have a heart attack, the minute you fall off a boat and drown, the minute you cannot get someone to help you, your money means squat. And people think that it just matters, right? Right? So they think that it matters and that it's important and it makes you something. It makes you nothing other than you have to pay your bills. That's all it makes you. You are not a better person. You are not smarter. In fact, the more money you make, I'm going to wonder what the hell you've done to make it. I'm going to wonder what you're stealing. I'm going to wonder what shit you've done. There's a conception where everybody can feed off the land and everybody can do well. But some of us have billions and billions of dollars, not I, but some people on this planet have billions and billions of dollars, of which they think it's okay not to share. You should be giving most of that money away, but like 500,000, but you don't. Why do you not? Said that for every one thing we see, there are 100 things we can't. And that's so true. No, death isn't the problem. This planet's the problem. And the people on this planet who don't tell you who they are. If you sign a contract and you're not given all of the information, so they withhold what you can and can't do, but they have your signature and then they retype the paper, but your signature's on there and they add, amendments to it without your knowledge, but then say you did know, well, you're kind of screwed. So because you didn't have all the information. So they withheld, and withholding is deception. And deception means you cannot make an informed decision. And what they're doing with their withholding and their deception, okay, their deception is who they put out public and how stupid they are to make every single human being on this planet feel bad about the way they look. Bad about aging, bad about the way they look, bad about their skin color, their eye color, their ass size, their boob size, their financial status, all of it. Consistently, they indoctrinate us with lies. Why do you think in the industry, in the entertainment industry, they get you to sign things that say into perpetuity? What is perpetuity? Forever. You sign that and it's you can't sign that. What the fuck does that mean? Perpetuity. Yeah, okay, really? Like in 100 years, you still own my name? No. No, I'm not from the same world, but that's okay. You can think what you want. If I was from the same world, I would have been successful. I have never been successful in my plight at trying to get into entertainment. However, God does put his children where they are to observe and to learn and to do knowledge. I did observe, I did learn, and I saw it. I'm going to say it again. There are people who sign things into perpetuity. What the hell does that mean? Perpetuity what? 80 years? 5 billion years? Back by the dinosaurs? What does that mean? What does that mean? So I am from Toronto. Well, you can think whatever you want about me. I don't give a shit. I don't fucking care what you think. Doesn't matter. Just understand. Okay. Yeah, they own you. I know, but just take the context of the words and the trickery. I hated Toronto too. Take the trickery of the words into perpetuity. That is Beyonce signed her hair. Yeah. Okay. Well, no. What is that? Into perpetuity. Okay. So what does that mean? Yes, it means all the way along. So what happens when you die? Can they catch that energy? And is the contract a deception? Exactly. You're not given all the, yes, permanent agreement, same crap. Perpetuity, there's that word again. What the hell does that, okay, Sloan, how does one know if it's true? You have to feel it, okay? You have to feel it. You have to feel it when you're channeling to know that. But what I was going to say, people are going to think what they want and understand God puts his children everywhere. So there are, yeah, well, he's one of the responders. They all think you're fucking crazy when you talk about it. But understand God puts his children everywhere, not just in one spot. And his children are not clamoring, to be this, that, and the other. They are put because God teaches his children like you teach your children, like you teach younger people, like you teach your family members, like you speak up in your day-to-day life. God's children are put in the presence of evil because there's always a counterbalance to the dark, to the light, to what is obvious, to what isn't obvious. So there's always the counterbalance. So we are always put in there in order to teach us. How would I know this if I wasn't put there to learn it? Just because I read about it doesn't mean it's so. I've actually run into some of this. So when you run into some of us, some people and run into it, and we are placed in positions of parties with famous people and we hear things, and as a psychic they come to us and we hear things and we know things and we read for people and we see behind the curtain at different times. We get an idea of what's going on. And there's also another thing. Of course, I pray to God every night, and I'm talking about God and Jesus, okay? Just so we're clear, not the other God that they call their God, the God of light on earth, the beast system. But what I'm saying is, even if, okay, so for example, if you only speak English and they only speak Mexican, the English are still going to maneuver around the Mexican and the Mexican around the English, even though they don't speak the same language. It's the same thing. So in order to learn, you have to be able to see it. That's actually teaching. So if you don't learn, then you are just repeating other people's words without actual firsthand knowledge. So when I talk about running away from home at 14, I'm not talking about reading about it. Oh, yeah, Spanish, thank you. I'm like Mexican Spanish. Spanglish, okay? Whatever, Mexican language. I'm sorry. The Mexican people who speak Spanish, I couldn't think of it. I know, not doing it on purpose. Anyway, California is only Spanish language, really. Yeah, I like Robert Downey Jr. I like the way he looks, but he's an Aries, so I can't go there. Anyhow, not the point either. But when I talk about running away from home at 14, I'm not reading it in a book. I did it. So I understand it from my perspective. Now, my perspective is not going to be the same as a 16-year-old boy that runs away, as a 12-year-old girl that runs away, as a kid that was abandoned in an orphanage at 11, or a kid that was trafficked at 5. Those are all different experiences. But I'm not reading it out of a book. I lived it. So that's what I'm talking about. Sloan Woodrome. Oh, I see, you're a troll. Yeah. Anyway, the point is, and again, for anybody who makes fun of, like the troll on here, runaway kids, you've got to ask yourself, okay, why the children ran away. So never assume it's the child's fault, okay, even if the child's on drugs at 10, which was not the case. But if you ask a child why they ran away for a reason, and it's usually because of what was going on in the home. Prostitutes, because of what was going on in the home. Strippers, because of what was going on in the home. So that's what happens. So that's what, yeah, I am a coffee girl. But anyway, someone's cap lock is stuck. They're screaming at me. Anyhow, Not the point. But you should never sign anything into perpetuity because it could be a trick to catch your energy when you cross out of the physical. Yeah, Toronto is a demented city. It's a satanic city. First thing I told my ex-husband on our very first date was, obviously, I'm from Toronto. It's satanic and it's an evil East Coast city. The East Coast is the evil vortex. And I said that. I was 21. It was obvious to me then, and I'm not crazy. It was not anything that was talked about in my family. I saw it. And if you can't see it, I can't help you. But psychics don't talk about the dark side of things. I always want, no, those aren't real psychics that do everything's good. They're liars because everything is not good. They're lying. They can tell you when somebody is good and they can tell you when something isn't, right. But they only do the airy-fairy positive. I've met psychics that refuse to acknowledge the fact that there's negative in the world. You're insane if you think that, okay? Or that there's negative energy from Vancouver. Vancouver's quite a beautiful kid. I'm reading the next thing. Beautiful city. I can't do this tonight. I'm all scattered. No, I haven't been to Washington, D.C. Yeah, New Age psychics that are all like, it's all good. We are co-creators. You're not a co-creator because you have to have all the information to be able to co-create. You can bang your head against the wall. You can be the best musician. I'm going to tell this story again. I had a beautiful friend, December 9th birthday, whose brother died on a motorcycle when he was 18, okay? She's a beautiful friend. We worked out at the gym. She was a lot leaner and taller. She's a blonde, and I really loved her, okay? Like, she was a great friend. And she was born on my stepson's birthday, on Jimmy's birthday. Anyway, and her brother had died. So, on a motorcycle, oddly enough. Years later, I would understand the context of that. Anyway, she was absolutely a gorgeous girl. She was one of the most talented people I've ever seen. She did the Andrews sisters from the 40s. She did 6-foot tall hand puppets. She worked with Prince on like the Muppets and stuff like this. She made these beautiful 6-foot tall 40s singing girls where she worked them on the stage and she sang all of the songs. Her voice was incredible. She could sing anything. She was dancer, trained, I mean, everything. She sold her show idea. She would sit and play the piano while her puppets worked. And I saw her on The Apprentice. This is the last time I saw her doing her puppet stuff on The Apprentice. And I have no idea where she went. I just, whatever. She was so brilliant. Anyway, when Keithy was 2, we went to see her opening at the El Capitan Theater on Hollywood Boulevard where they had her show. And it was for the kids. Like the big puppets would sing and then she had other puppets. She could paint and draw. I mean, everything. I'm talking just an all-around amazing, creative person, okay? Just really, really creative. And so I remember Keithy was like 2.5. It was me, Johnny, Keithy, and Jason, and there was all kinds of little kids sitting there. She was fantastic. It was amazing. And John was even like, I don't know of anybody who can do what she did all in one. This is one girl with her creating it out of her own head, okay? She could sew, and on her off season, she would paint, and I mean, all kinds of shit. So she signed a deal with Disney. I don't know what the deal was exactly. They took those beautiful 6-foot tall puppets that she handmade. It took her years. She did it. She moved them. Yeah, she was a Sagittarius, December 9th. And she was devastated when Disney took her creation, offered her money. So, of course, when you're not making a lot of money, you're going to go take 50 grand, 60 grand, whatever it is. And then they shelved her incredible show. They fucking shelved it. She almost lost her mind. She almost lost her mind. Almost lost her mind. Like, I just remember the sadness. And it was, I think she signed a contract for something like 11 years. That's 11 years of your life where you cannot go out with those characters and do what you do. And it was so creative. And I'm so glad I got a chance to see it. I'm so glad I got a chance to see it. I'm not saying her name. She was just a friend of mine from the gym, but she was probably the most talented woman and she was young. I think we're probably in the same age. She's probably my age now. Mm. She might be a couple of years younger, a couple of years older. I can't remember. Very close in age. Anyway, absolutely fucking amazing. And they shelved it. They didn't want her creativity. They wined and dined her and they stole it and they shelved it because they don't want real competition out there for their shitty creative executives that make up garbage and throw it on your boob tube over there. That's why they call it a boob tube, because you end up like this. Like this. And they did it. And I'm telling you, she was amazing. I had a producer friend. She's a complete bitch. But anyway, I had a producer friend that would literally pay $10,000 for your sizzle reels. So it's a pilot for show. And she would buy these shows for $10,000, resell them for 20, and then shelve them. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Horrible. Horrible. Oh, there you go, Barbara Jean, December 19th, the day after Dewey, after Keithy. But, you know, they do that. They shelve shit. Well, of course it's immoral. They don't really want you to work unless you're controllable. If you're not controllable, they do not want you to work. If you have a mind of your own and you speak your own mind, they do not want you to succeed. They don't want you to, because that's why all of these people on all of these major shows say the same thing. How many, have you been in a restaurant, had that many people order the same dinner? Like, people are always like, I want lemon with that, hold the dressing on the side, I want extra dressing on my salad. I'll eat pasta. I don't eat pasta. I hate fish. I love shrimp. I want steak. I'm a vegetarian, only vegetables. I'm not eating soup. I'm just going to have water, cup of tea, coffee. But you've got all of these people on TV and every single newscaster saying the same thing. Please. Please. Oh, I know. One of my friends actually said he really liked Brian Williams. And I'm like, don't you remember he made up a whole story? Like, he just fucking lied, you know, whatever. But no, you couldn't get 10 people in a restaurant to order the same food if you gave them a choice between two things only, right? You couldn't. Well, the creative energy of people, well, Disney, when he froze himself, he's assuming he's going to come back. I got news for him. The soul or lack of soul went on. So what's coming back into his body is not going to be him. It's just not going to be him. But here's the thing. When you are truly creative and you create out of, would you go away, liar, liar, pants on fire? What is wrong with you people? Can you get off the channel? You know, I would love to see the trolls. Put your face forward, trolls. Show us all what you look like. Post a picture right here so that we can look at your appearance and see if it's okay for you even to open your mouth and talk. Secondly, get in the shower, wash your mouth out with soap and go bug someone else, okay? Go do that. Eat a bar of soap before you open your mouth. No, I don't mind talking to them. They're stupid. Yeah, they can't come forward. Say it to my face. Meet me in public and say it to my face. I'm all for that. Say whatever you got to say it right to my fucking face. Do it. Come on, do it. Do it. I dare you. Do it. No, you wouldn't have the guts to do that. Don't ever come in my face and do that unless you think you can. But I grew up in a house full of boys, so I'm just going to say it ain't going to work. It didn't work with them, and it's not going to work with you. Anyway, but what I was going to say is, creatively, when it comes from you, they don't understand it. They couldn't do it if they were paid to do it. They steal. They have no initiative from inside who they are. They are stealers of human energy, and they harness the creative excitement because we are not given the information that we are put here, and that they have not given us a way with which to succeed the way that they succeed. Thanks, Mindy. Oh my God, you're pregnant. I'm excited. I wish I could get pregnant. Not really, but and if I could bring Keithy back, but that's okay. It might not be Keithy. So there'd be that. I know. Congrats, Sarah. That's great. Cute little baby's going to come into this world. It's okay. You'll love him and you'll be a good mom. That's what you will be, is a beautiful mom, and that's all that matters. But we are not given all the information. We just aren't. Yeah, we are not. That's exactly right, James. We are not given the information we need to make an informed decision. If somebody tells you, I need you, for example, if somebody says, I need you to sign a prenup in a marriage, and they tell you that they make, I don't know, 100,000 a year, let's just say, and they own one house, but you find out later that they're a billionaire coming from a billionaire's family who changed their name and they own 15 houses, you can't really sign the prenup because you don't have all the information. I have no idea. I can't feel it yet. You will be a strong mom. I was an aggravating mom to my kids. So they got mad when I pointed out, I don't want you doing this in the house. I don't want you doing that. They got mad. Then I would pop out behind bushes and I would chase Jason down the street, manhandle him when he was a teenager. Oh my God, I would chase him. I'd be like, "You fucking doing that?" Yeah, I was all over it. They got texting apps real fast, snuck out of their bedroom. They did all kinds of things. But anyway, that was my job. Once they turned 18, not my job. So anyway, you think you're fooling people, you're not. But they don't understand where the creative energy comes from. Yeah, I haven't really read anything about that Kardashian boyfriend. I mean, I know what it is, but I mean, I haven't even really looked into that. So yes, being chased is scary. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, I know I chase my kids down all the time. I chase them down. I grabbed Jason like a kitten by the scruff of the neck when he was little. Put him over there. Keithy was smarter. Keithy put his hands up on my forehead like this and I'd be swinging. Yes, of course pets have soul. How can you even ask if pets have souls? Yes, pets have souls. Pets have souls. Pets are beautiful. How can they not have souls? Do you see the pets? They're so cute. Everybody gives everybody hell when they're a teenager. It's really no big deal. If I had to do it now again, go be a drug addict, go be a robber, go be a burglar. Who cares? You live in this world, whatever. They would outgrow it unless they're seriously not right. Like whatever they're doing, you just try to guide them and then they're going to do what they want. Oh, the kids did not like me. Yeah, they were all afraid of me. But you know what? I'm not even going to say it. I'm just not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. We're all shitty as teenagers because we're in a world that we don't understand, where we see all kinds of manipulation, which isn't true. We have a bunch of pressure put on us to do things that doesn't matter. So that's what it is. Of course, pets have souls. How can they not? Yeah. Who is Brandon? That would be Biden. And it's FUCKOFFBIEDEN, and it's let's go BRANDON. I can't spell. I can't be spell. What am I with a bunch of 2-year-olds? I can't spell on this app. It's just terrible. Anyhow, yeah, they are elevated souls. All animals have souls. I mean, I don't know about cockroaches. I don't want to make a judgment on them. Let's see. Is it okay with me if you want to feed the dog? Sloan, is it okay? I don't even know what that means. I do yabba dabba do. Yabba dabba do. Yeah, I remember the Flintstones. Anyway, this is just I don't even know why I'm here tonight, but I came to say hi. So Eileen is Karen in Irish. Wait, Eileen is Karen in Irish. I don't know how that would be, but okay, I'm afraid of flying roaches. I think those are those beetle bugs, right? My dog died when he was on. Oh, poor baby dog. Yeah. Jason called. He didn't call me today. Jason's been working 24/7, so he's working quite a bit. At work, they can't talk. There's nothing wrong with other Aries that I don't marry, but if I marry somebody, we're going to be fighting because I cannot be controlled or contained. So any kind of normal, traditional female behavior is foreign to me. I cannot listen to you. I cannot discuss it with you. I cannot. So you have to let me be me, and I cannot rely on you for anything. Therefore, I don't need to check with you to make decisions. This is my problem. Other than that, there is nothing wrong with being an Aries. Unless I marry you, then we're going to be battling. That's it. That's all. I've only met them that I like, but there's a problem with that. Yeah. Wait, I'm an Aries inverse. People don't understand us. I understand you perfectly well. It's a beginning sign. It's a new cycle. And they're a masculine cardinal fire sign and they're bossy. Well, I'm a fixed Leo and I'm not listening to a fucking Aries, okay? I'm not listening to any man tell me what to do. If you let me be completely free, put no restrictions on me and don't ask me where I'm being, what time I'll be home or anything like that, I'm good. I basically am acting like an Aquarius. I don't want any questions. No questions, please. Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand. Um, talk to the hand. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. Just talk to the hand. Yeah, Leah, I just can't. I just can't. I just can't. I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong? Um, oh my God. Yeah. I love I'm going to say the Mexicans, Hispanics. We live in California. This is actually Mexico. We took it from them, so they're taking it back. I never cared. This whole culture that's what I'm saying. I should have said Spanish though. I was trying to think of it, but I'm brain dead today. But California is very, very, very Hispanic. I mean, it's not, the influence is Hispanic, and they're the ones that do the work around here. Sure as shit, not half of the other people on their, whatever the government's giving them. What is that? What did they give us? Yes, Beauty Heathen is great. What did they give us during lockdown? What was that? Disability. Disability. I am relaxed. I'm always relaxed. Except my back's not hurting as bad right now. Yeah, Virgos. I don't know. I answered that on the last video. Yes, I'm saying, and America took it. So now they're coming back. I don't care. I don't know when to understand borders anyway. Like, since when did everybody who was here before us get to decide on every country? They just take land and they're like, this is America. This is Korea. This is whatever. I just want to travel wherever I want to go. And I don't know why you're trying to control me and tell me I can't do it. Apparently I can't do it. So there's that. Okay, so yeah, thank you. Hispanic. I know, I love the culture. Our culture is that our kids grow up. White is the minority in California. I got news for everybody. So we are to stabilize now. I know, right? We're all like crazy. I mean, we're all, I can't, my head's like, huh? What? I'm just like, can you guys read the sign? I forget what off ramp I'm supposed to exit at. So Mexico let us have California because they're the one to live here. Yeah, well, wait, Mexico let us have California. Did they? I thought there was a war. Don't ask me. I don't know anybody's. I don't believe history anymore. Whatever the history is, I don't believe it. I just don't believe any of it. I believe nothing anymore. I don't care. Who do you deal with, Capricorn? How do you deal with Capricorns? Bring up their work and how to do their work better. Do you believe in God and angels? Yes, I believe in everything. I believe in God and angels, and I believe in the devil, and I believe in everything that way, okay? I believe in Jesus. I pray to God. I've always prayed to God. I never went to church as a child except the odd time at my neighbor's house because her parents were fanatical. And if I stayed overnight, Janie's parents were like, you have to go to church on Sunday. So I made the concession to stay overnight and have a fun night, eat their cookies and run through the backyard. But I knew there was a God as a small child. I never had a doubt. You either know there's God or there isn't. The churches are man-made for the acquisition of money, and anybody that's showing up at a church, you're speaking to men that call themselves men of God. Okay, that's fine, but you don't speak for God, and people either know God or they don't. They know right from wrong or they don't. And if they don't, I don't know what to say. I love the cookies. Yeah, they're men of money and they don't give you the full information. If you don't have the full information about the church or the religion that you're studying, then you don't know shit. You're being given half truths. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So whatever. My earliest memory is 3. Yeah, you knew God. I knew God too as a little girl, probably a little bit older than that. 5 probably. But I always remember talking to God and I knew I was surrounded by God. So I know I'm protected by God. I'm not in a confusion where I have to go find a spiritual belief system. I already know God exists. That's it. You give birth, you know God exists. You just know that God exists. Let's see. Yeah, I have no idea where those Baldwin twins came from. I don't know. I'm assuming some kind of a laboratory. That's what I'm thinking. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. That's what I mean. There's no church. All these people fight. All these people. I found out the Buddhist monks were the one that were calling in to get Keithy's cross taken down. And they're like, you can't put that up here. I'm like, but it's not your property. It's where my son died. And they're like, but we're Buddhist. I'm like, so you can't tolerate, a Christian religion? You can't tolerate a cross? You can't tolerate that? And they're like, you need to take that down. I told them I would, but I lied about that because you know what? I wanted up for Keith's birthday. So I can't even fathom the fact that monks who pray to God, their God, Buddha, would cut down a cross on not their property because they didn't want it there because it was a Christian cross. Like, what are you? It took us a while to find out. Yeah, I do believe in Doris Cannon's work. By the way, all of us, it's still up. I checked this morning. All of us on earth, all of us, each and every single one of us on earth, whether we channel or whether we, however we get our information, the information we get is not always going to be 100%. Yeah, I know real Buddhists wouldn't do that. That's exactly correct. So, and I mean, they chanted for Keith and they talked, then they acted like they didn't know us. And I'm like, because me and Deanna went back, it's been a year and they acted like they didn't know us. And I'm like, how do you forget? And the one monk lady was like, no, I wasn't there. Bobby dug her picture up. She found her picture beside the wall looking at Keith, sent me the picture while Deanna and I were right there. And I said, is this you? Is this you? Is this you? Exactly. And so anyway, I was like, what? I was like, what? Anyway, I know it was good grief. Deanna was right beside me. Deanna was like, why, what is going on? So I know Bobby was so helpful. You have no idea. She was so freaking helpful. No, it was, they didn't want, because they don't want to deal with it. What was it? He's probably, they called themselves Buddhists. What sect of Buddhism it is, I don't know. I'm not so familiar. But what I do know is on the day that Keith died and I was standing across the street with Arlene and Carol, Jason and McKenna, and we were standing there, a man in a cap. I'm still looking for him. I should have got his number at the time, but he came over and he stood beside me and he said to me, your son died instantly. So he was a witness, but I mentally, I just couldn't get his name at the time. I was so fucked up in the head. I couldn't get it. And now I'm looking for him and I can't find him. So he's the one person we're looking for too. But anyway, he said, I don't like that place across the street. And I didn't even understand what he was saying, right? And I was like, okay, my son's dead outside of it. I get it. I didn't know it was a Buddhist place at the time, a Buddhist temple. However, they were very lovely on that day. They were so lovely on that day. They prayed and they did it. And that was fine. And the little monk lady, I liked her very much. But then she acted like, should know who the fuck I was a year later. And then her boss monk lady, and I don't know if that's the correct way, she's like, well, their attitude changed because there's a bunch of drug dealers living on their street. There'd be that. But anyway, I guess it's her boss or who's in control of the center. I'm not really sure. But that lady's like, you can't put that cross out there. I said, is that your property? She goes, no, but it's our wall. I said, it's okay. The cross isn't touching your wall. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on here? No, they wouldn't act like that. I've known Buddhists in my life who don't. That's what I'm saying. You're either inclusive or not. It's not your place to tell people what to think. So anyway, all I noticed is on the day that Keith died, that was the day after that Deanna and I went back and the Buddhist monk, the cute little one, was praying. She said, well, I was eating lunch when it happened and my master. So that was the only thing I heard that I didn't agree with is that she said her master. I'm like, what do you mean your master? Like I couldn't understand what the hell that was. But anyway, now we know who was taking down the cross. Very strange. Deanna was with me. I have a witness. So thank God for Deanna because I've dragged her to every single thing. She takes down notes and we texted Bobby at the time. And I think I might have been having my other phone on recording the conversation at the time. But that master. Yeah, okay, master teacher. They didn't say that, just master and me. I'm like, what, they own you like a slave master? So I couldn't even go there. I was too messed up in the head. So maybe, no, she meant of her thing. So yeah, that's what I think. Something. They did not want to talk to us this time. So Keith's birthday is December 18th. So I would like to leave the planet soon. Who the hell wants to live here? I mean, if my son died, why wouldn't I want to go where he is? Actually, just think about that logically. Yeah, I don't have any masters or idols, but that's what they said. That's what they said that day. Deanna was there again. People always say I'm crazy, but I always bring somebody. No, the cross is up now. Marvin helped me put it up again. We gotta love Marvin. Marvin's built 4 of those crosses and taken them to where Keith passed away, and he's been such a good boy. Um, so I have no idea. I don't even know what was going on over there. I have no idea. I don't have plans this year. I just don't have any plans. Yes, I'm trying to do that. Yes, 19, 1, 9, 10. Oh, I just heard that. Anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do. Last year I threw a party for his friends, but I can't do that every year. Can I do that every year? It would go on, and everybody needs to move. His friends need to move on with his life, and but I always like to celebrate my Keithy. So I have no. Marvin is great. Marvin is hilarious. Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, I don't need to live for him. He's almost a 30-year-old man. I mean, people die, parents die. It's not abnormal for your parents to die. It's okay when they die. At least I'm older and I would die. Who cares? He's of the same opinion of me, the same opinion as I am anyway. We're very similar in that way. So there you go. But yeah, we had a nice party last year. We had a party at Caruso's. We had, all of the kids, pizza, open, like beer and wine, whatever. And Keith's bench is wonderful. And it's still there. So we did that. We do that. I mean, I've done that. I threw parties all last year for Keith. Just anything to help his friends celebrate who he was. He would be 26. Aw. I'm sorry your mom passed away. But you do know your mom was older too. So like it's devastating because now you're left without your mom, which I'm very sorry. But it's like she's older, right? And wait, as a younger sister, if anything. Aw, cute. I'm sorry your mom passed away. But anyway, yeah, we did that. We had parties for Keith. So I would have parties in the park. I would have parties just so different groups of kids could come and hang out. So I just wanted to celebrate him rather than make it sad. But I will admit, Dad passed after my mom. See, because they don't, your dad probably want to go with your mom. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It is hard, but when you're like, the parents are older. So like somewhere in our head, we're like, parents are older. So they age, when they go. But yeah, anyway, it's a little bit harder this year for me with Keith, a little bit harder. So I find myself, crying more, which is difficult for me because I have makeup on. So I try. Seinfeld I love, but I'm sure he's one of them. Yeah, I am a Californian. I've been here more than I was in Toronto. I feel very, sad that Keithy's gone. It's maddening. It's maddening. Some of what we've uncovered from witnesses and the shit that they say about my son, whom they didn't know, really fucking chaps my hide. And I can assure you that one day, those words spoken in lying, like a lot of the witnesses have lied. They've lied. They've literally lied. They've lied. Why you lie to cover your own paraphernalia, I'm going to put it like that, I don't get it, but I will make you choke on those words. That's what will happen. I will make you choke on those words. You will choke on those words for speaking about my, even if it was Keith's fault, even if he was, being a maniac going up and down the street, for a witness who watched my son dead on the ground, who does not know us, didn't know Keith, didn't know me, to sit there and say the things that this fucking witness said, and I'm not going to say how, whatever, but when he was interviewed, the bullshit that he said, I'm like, what? Like, what? And the way that he said it, I had to really stop from getting in my car and going right over there and fucking grabbing him by the scruff of the neck, which I may have ended up dead, but I was just like, why would you even say that to anybody, even if the person died on the ground of a drug overdose and you didn't know them, but you found them on the ground and you found out it was a drug overdose, like somebody ODs in a club, say like River Phoenix. If you are a witness and you did not know who that was, why the hell would you say, well, he deserved it, he did this, he did that? Maybe you think that. You might think it's his fault. You might think he did it. But you open your mouth and say that? Yeah, I want to shove something down your throat. I'm just not even going to say who that person is. But that person kept saying shit. And I mean, not just a little shit, a lot of shit. Shit. A lot of shit. Shut your mouth. A lot of shit. And he even said, that's why his mother doesn't have a son now. And turned it all around where the focus was on him. What the hell are you talking? There's no way my son was showing off on the bike for you, whom he didn't know. I just don't even, what are you talking? I was so, I can't. I just can't. Anyway, the point is, this idiot, this asshole, this piece of shit of human garbage, because you're human garbage when you do this. You're human garbage. Even if my son caused it all himself, you don't get to determine that because you didn't really fucking see it. And if you did really fucking see it, then you know what happened and you're lying, right? You little bastard. Anyway, I'm talking to somebody, not you guys. But anyhow, this particular person is stupid and doesn't even know that we have video. We have video. One of the neighbors gave us video, okay? And they gave us video. And I have Keith 1 second before this guy's house, and he is doing no, like, in other words, the video, you would say this, you would say 1 Mississippi, you wouldn't even get that out of your mouth, and he would have been gone by that guy's house. Do you see what I'm saying? And so what he's saying is not true. And he said, my son, I'm not even going to say it. Anyway, I'm going to shut my mouth before in case they watch this. This is why you think, oh my God, this guy is the biggest, and I won't say it, Deanna and I talked to this particular person, Paige and I talked to this person, and they had a big grin on his face describing my son on the ground, within 12 hours of my son being on the ground, to me. Big grin on his face, talking about how damaged my son's body was. And I was like, it took all my strength. No, I'm serious. Deanna was right with me. And Paige was with me. And they both said, what the fuck's wrong with him? Absolutely stood there, took my long nails and dug them into my back. I just wanted to hear what he said. And I wanted Deanna to take note of it. And the story has changed. And I've never in my life had anybody fucking smile like that to my fucking, I don't care why you're smiling. I don't care if you're uncomfortable. I don't care what you are. That will come back on you. That will come back on you energetically. He literally, no, it wasn't the photographer. He literally did that. And it's a wonder I didn't go all spider monkey on him. Okay. Like, it's a wonder. Yeah. Because even if you are an evil, ugly son of a bitch, which he is, maybe you could learn how to put on a fake sad face and just answer the questions and butt out. Oh, he will get it. Trust me. Yeah, said it right to my face. I was like, it felt like I was like, and this is who they chose to believe. This idiot who's changed. Yeah. Anyway, it was absolutely quite a learning experience, that one that I haven't quite gotten over yet. I haven't quite gotten over it. I was like, I stood there and I literally was like this while I was digging my hand into my ass. No, he wasn't. I was actually like, what? Yes, an agent of chaos. Exactly. And you know who sends out chaos? Exactly. And oh yeah, we was trying to do something, but I couldn't respond. God bless me with, no, it wasn't the mailbox guy. God bless me with numbness and Deanna's little hand pulling on the back of my pants, pulling me backwards. And Paige talking to him about motorcycles because she rides motorcycles because she knows motorcycles. So the bullshit that was being said to me couldn't be said to Paige because Paige comes from a family of experienced Madonna. Sorry, that's funny. Anyway, Paige was like right back in his face. Well, if this happened, then this must have happened because she knows bikes. So it was interesting. It was interesting. Very interesting to have somebody actually in the face. Now I kind of understand when people, no, somebody said, was it Madonna? And I was like, um, you're obsessed with your son. Okay, so whoever said that, honestly, if your child died, you're obsessed too. That's a stupid comment, and you need to get off my channel. So you need to get the fuck off my channel. Of course, I'm obsessed with my son. He's my son. Do you think you've ever done anything better than like create your children and your family? So step off my page, and I'm going to talk about it as much as I want for the next 25 or 30 years, because that's who I am. And he is part of my life, and he's part of my body. So whoever says that, you're a see you next Tegan. I almost said the word. So who says that? I know, right? Who's fucking, you're obsessed with your son. Of course, and I was when he was born too. And I was with Jason. I know. They just try to say hurtful things. But it does, again, you probably can't have a child because no one will have sex with you. So I feel sorry for you. That's your problem. You're probably ugly and you have matted hair and your hoo-ha smells. So nobody's going to come near you to impregnate you. Not even the drug addicts. I'm really sorry about that for you. All right. So I know, it's just, I know, get off the channel, like go away. But it was just really funny because there was another witness that phoned me up on purpose, distracted me, tried to date me, and then threatened to kill me. Yeah, that's a totally separate person. And Bobby knows about that, and Deanna knows about that. Because we were walking around handing out, in fact, Bobby was on the phone with me on FaceTime while I was handing out pamphlets. And this guy called me off the pamphlet, okay, like not pamphlet, paper. No, seriously. This happened last November, and he said, are you the lady that left the flyer? And I said, yes. I'd spoken to this man twice. So anyway, he followed me on Instagram, and then he asked about, the hiking, and then he wanted me to meet him in the middle of the night, wanted to know where I lived, and I was like, not going to tell you where I live. I just said, what do you know about my son? He told a lie about Melody across the street, saying something that I checked with her wasn't true. So I knew that he was being something distractive. I didn't quite know what. Anyhow, Bobby's like, just keep texting him back, see if you can get the information about everything. And thank you for saying that, Garden of Love. Yeah, thank you so much. Anyway, this guy's talking to me. And when I finally said to him, look, you know what happened to my son? Why don't you tell me? He blocked me when I texted him from another phone. Just to, like, 6 months later, he threatened to kill me and I had to file a police report. And then he denied being the guy. So, yeah, I don't suffer like they do. I just put them on a list and send the energy back to them. Oh, ask Bobby about that street. Ask Bobby about that street. You have never in your life met a bunch of crazy people like on that street. But, yeah, yeah, that guy, I was like, what the hell? I don't think Bobby's here tonight. I think she was doing family stuff, but they did that and I won't back down. And then, because one of the witnesses told the police his lie story, because if he saw that, he wouldn't have described things exactly the way he did, because we have a video that contradicts what he says. So he's so sure of this, and he said this, and then you got the police writing in this. No one does anything. So you have to get in their face and get public. No one does anything here. Your kid can die, and if your kid is Hispanic or Black, they're probably going to let them die on the street. Die on the street. I went to this doctor, and the head nurse, not head nurse, maybe it was the office one in charge of, taking your payments and finding out what you wanted and that kind of thing. Her husband died just a month after Keith, ex-husband, baby's daddy, her kid's father. And he was mentally ill and maybe be a little bit on drugs. But he was walking down the street in the valley. They have a lawsuit. 6 cops jumped him and they killed him. It was another one where they choked him and killed him. You don't hear about this on the news. You do not hear about this. And it's like, why are people I can't. I can't. My phone's too, oh my gosh. Thank you for the super chat. So I don't even know what to say to that, but there's so much chaos that as a person, you can't believe anything you said. Just because someone's authority does not mean they're telling you the truth. Yeah, no, her husband, well, she wasn't married to him, but her kid's father was actually murdered and they killed him, but he was having like a mental breakdown. And somebody videotaped it and they went after the videotaping guy. And it's like, what? It's all paperwork. And they block you every which way. My obsidian's over there. Obsidian, selenite. So yeah, they're Freemasons. It's terrible. It's just terrible. So remember that. Just because I don't know if there was a yellow car there. I don't have pictures of that. But I am not sure. I would say any authority figure, a teacher. It took me no, I haven't dreamt about Keith. It would take me, yes, Keith's case is still open. It would take me, oh, the obsidian. Yeah, I'm not wearing anything right now because my watch broke. I'm just wearing this on my fingers. Oh, thank you all for the bracelets and everything you send me. The beautiful bracelets and necklaces. I've been so bad. I get all of your gifts. You're wearing obsidian. Just beautiful. I love it. I love everything you send me. I don't always put it all on at once. I alternate things on and off, and I'm so appreciative of everything. Yeah, what I was going to say is just because somebody is an authority, just because somebody says they have a degree and they are the authority, look at that word. I'm the authority in here. You're not the authority of anything. And I don't believe what you say because you got your information from a liar. If you get your information half truths and lies, you are stupid or lazy and don't want to deal with it. So, and they think I'm crazy and in denial. That's what they kept saying. She's in denial about how her son died. And I'm like, I have a video 1 second before he goes off the road. I know what he was doing. I can see him riding down the road, you lying sack of shit. They don't even know I have that. I have it. I have it. Okay, I'm over that. Anyway, Toronto in another lockdown. Well, that's because little commie, what's his name? Castro. Commie Castro. I know. Little commie Castro is running, and I have the feeling you're getting stronger. Thank you, Peter. I'm trying to get stronger. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. It's so difficult. I assume God puts numbness over me, and I'm assuming Keith walks with me so I don't have nervous breakdowns, as he does with all of his family members and friends at different times. I know. I'm sorry you guys are going in lockdown. Are illicit drugs bad for you? I believe any drugs that alter the way that you think so that you can't feel your connection is bad for you. Yes. Now, if you get hit by a car, you're in a surgery. No, wear obsidian. It's beautiful. Obsidian's beautiful. Wear it. Wear obsidian. I believe if you have an accident, surgery, whatever, of course you're going to take medicine. You don't need to be in pain. We're not stupid. But people are taking drugs because they can't deal with themselves. And if they get to know themselves, they'd find out they're not that bad. So it's about radical acceptance and love with the person. It's about radical acceptance of who you are. Accept who you are as a person, whatever that is. Accept yourself. I accept who I am. People are not going to like me, and that's too fucking bad for them. But it is a torture mechanism. And who listens to lockdown? Go outside, you Torontonians. I do feel like Keith walks with me, but I accept who I am. I'm not perfect. I swear a lot. I wasn't the best mother. I lost my temper. And as John puts it, all I did was scream at those kids. Don't bring marijuana in my fucking house and I don't have to fucking scream at you. Come home when you say you're going to come home. Yes, I was a screamer. I had PMS and I screamed. But I loved my kids. I loved them like crazy. And as much as I screamed, I loved. You know what I'm saying? So I did the best I could. So that's what I did. I was not drunk or high. I cooked their food. Keith would get so mad. He would come to the dinner and he would go, "Is that salmon and broccoli? I don't like that." And then when he got to be about 17, all I saw him cook was chicken, broccoli, rice, salmon, broccoli, rice, steak, broccoli, rice. Then he'd go get like Middle Eastern food, stuff like that, tacos, whatever. And then the Middle Eastern, the kebabs at this kebab place. And then he would go, salmon, salmon, salmon. Salmon's good. Yes, Keithy, I was trying to feed you well. That's right, little Keithy. That's what I was trying to do. He got so mad, so mad, So mad. He'd be like, not salmon again. And I'm like, yes. Little Tanner would come up and eat the salmon and the broccoli. Keith ate so much broccoli at the end of his life and so much salmon, and he cooked beautifully. He cooked, I made them meatloaf. I cooked them roasts. I didn't really eat the roasts. I cooked them turkey. I cooked them chicken. Everything was homemade, and I cooked pretty much a lot. We also went out to dinner a lot, but I cooked them. I cooked for them really good. So Jason, for one entire year, Keith was 14, Jason was 17. I stopped cooking for them both because I would cook and Jason would go, I just ate McDonald's. I just ate McDonald's. And I wanted to smack him in the face because he was trying to gain weight. So he was eating 5,000 calories a day and not gaining a pound. Catch that one. That's their gene pool. I mean, their metabolism, not mine. Not mine. Mew Mew's on the chair. She's right over there. See? She's curled up. That's her new sleeping chair. She sleeps there. I know kids are very frustrating, but I love my kids. I would sneak in their rooms. I would sneak out and take their pictures. They hated their pictures taken. They didn't want me involved in their life in any way because they thought that I was stupid. Stupid. They thought I was stupid because I wasn't cool. I always told them the government wants you to do drugs so that you don't focus on what you need to focus on in your life. Remember, they distributed all that into the drugs. So when everything went legal and they were doing all kinds of things, until I told him it was Chinese food, now he loves it. Exactly. So it's just so like ridiculous. But anyway, the illicit drugs are designed to take you right out of your body. Right out of your body. What happens when there's nobody driving the car and you leave it open? Somebody steps in and takes it for a joyride because you're out of your body, right? You're out of your body. My kids hated everything about me. I think it was Keith that told somebody I bake cookies for a living, and then, or was it Keith that told them I worked at Target? They were really excited about me when they were young, and then some people told them I was a bad person because of the psychic stuff I did, so then they said that I baked cookies and worked at Target. Stuff like that. I would hear it from other people. I would hear that, like, whatever. But I feel like the drugs that they put us into, like legalizing marijuana, there's a reason for that besides money. Besides money. Because the drugs are so strong right now. It's not like the weed you grew in your yard that your mom said, get the fucking shit out of my yard. It's so strong, there's a problem with it. There's a problem. So when you leave your vehicle on the side of the street, some vehicles are Porsches and easier to take because you're like, that's a Porsche, I'm going to steal that. Others are like, beater cars, but they're like, hey, I can get in there. Once you're out of your body, and these people don't even think they're out of their body. They're that stupid. Why do you think you black out? What do you think that is? They can attach right to you. I mean, I don't know why that's not taught, Oh, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. I don't know why that's not taught. I don't know why every running, but yeah, that's it. That's what I did. That's exact. Hey, but then Keith would bring his coworkers home, and Keith would bring little friends home, and Jason would. So secretly they would do that. But I prescribed amphetamines. Well, amphetamines are going to throw you out of your body. It depends what I'm not saying I haven't done drugs. I'm just saying that if you continue to do it, you're out of your house. You're out of your body. So there you go. She gets cussed out. There you go. I get cussed out too. Of course she gets cussed out. You have to be careful. Your body, when they say your body is your temple, your body is the vessel for your soul. If you leave the door open and you have a nice body and somebody can move the body, drive the car, yes, sugar. They're going to come right in. Now, they may not take you over permanently, but they will get your mind in an addictive mindset just to get you the fuck out so they can enjoy driving 100 miles an hour in your vessel. Okay? Having sex with strangers. Oh my God, Jackie, thank you so much for that. Too generous, Jackie, too generous. Thank you so much for that. I know. Oh my God, all of you. Thank you so much for that, Jackie. Merry Christmas. Is it really? Is it Merry Christmas? I don't know, but maybe it will be. I'm not doing anything for Christmas. There'll be nothing. I'm not buying presents. I'm not doing that. I just don't want to. Didn't want to begin with. But I know Jackie's very generous. She's been very kind to me. Very generous and very kind. And thank you so much, as is all of the people that are, I have to stand up now, all that are, so here I go. I'm standing up now. What I would say is if you continually use drugs, if you continually use them and somebody gets in your vehicle, your vessel, I can only sit for so long. Then my ass hurts too. Wine, right? No, it's actually, it's the stupid, I took the back brace off and I can only tolerate it for so, it's not really a brace. It's just a thing that holds your back together. Anyway, yes, Jackie, Merry Christmas. Happy Festivus. Sorry, Seinfeld reference. If you look at having a body, let's say you're a sex addict, a drug addict, a fentanyl addict, an alcoholic, and you do stupid things while you're high. You rob people, you fuck everybody, male, female. Understand, disincarnate soul bodies get into your physical and they do what they want to do while they're driving. So if they want to drive 100 miles an hour, they drive 100 miles an hour. If they want to drive 50, they do 50. If they want to do donuts in the parking lot, they do donuts in the parking lot. This is what they do. So why would anybody on a daily basis be smoking a bunch of stuff that throws them right out of their body? And the refusal by them saying that, you know, weed is all natural. I doubt that it's all natural. You got to know the weed shop you're buying it from. And the fact is, you can't handle being sober in your body. So there's something wrong with your thinking to begin with. Why is that? Is it really an addiction or is it a spiritual affliction from an entity that does not want you to get sober because they have fun driving? If you're, life would be no different if you were a Freemason. I have no idea. So they have fun driving your body. They have fun doing that. So it's like, I don't know. Why would you do that, right? I don't think anybody should put anything in their body they don't want to. How about that? Yeah, I just don't feel it. But you don't want somebody in your body. You want, and keep in mind, sex addicts out there, fuck boys and all of that. Who says it? Who is saying don't take personally what I say. I'm speaking from, again, here we go with this again. Here we go again. I'm entitled to my own opinion, whether you think I'm talking to you personally or not. You're not that important. I'm not talking to you personally. I'm talking about what I know metaphysically. Okay. So I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm going to get in your face, whether you're my best friend and you like C. Teigen and you don't like what I say about her. Whether you're whatever you are, I'm going to do whatever I want to do from my life experience. If you don't like it, mosey on off. Take your little troll hoofs and hoof off the channel. Take those little hoof feet and go. Go. Okay? So go, right? Right. Go. Anyway, what I was going to say is you have to be, I don't like anything that takes you out of your body. I understand at times people have to do it. But if you're doing it regularly, ask yourself, what is the focus on that particular substance that you can't put it down? Is something speaking in your ear because they want to take you over? Exactly. And you won't even know it till it's too late. Oh, Tracy, thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you so much for that. I have to text another person and just let him, hold on 1 second here. 1 second. Okay. Ooh. I can't text these people. Okay, so when someone quits drugs, I don't know how long it takes them. You can pray and ask God to cleanse your body, and it could happen right away. The fact that you're off the drugs means that you're being protected. But if people, when they call, yes, you can channel, your ancestors are around you. So I know, thank you both. Very, very generous, hugely generous. Thank you so much. You have to understand that when people leave their body, black out, fall asleep under the influence, whatever that is, they are not there. If you are not there, I see your front door open and it looks warm and inviting and you like to have a lot of sex. I'm going to sneak into your little car and I'm going to go out and test drive it. So you have to be careful. There's drugs and yes, drugs are, it was always obvious to me because they start pushing it on children really young. They call you nerdy parents. I don't care who does what. I just know what happens when you do it. I know how your life and the energy you bring into your life. When you're a drug dealer, the sins of your drug dealing on other people's children will come back on you. When you are, just profiting off of that, which is evil, and I know you think your money's important, it will come back on you. It will come back on you. You cannot affect other people's children without quid pro quo. It will come back on you. It may not come back now, but El Chapo's in jail, isn't he? Or is he? We don't really know. Yeah, everybody does weed. That's what they say. Well, when they say, I did weed slightly and then stopped. But and you're right, I'm 15 and everybody does weed. That's so cute. Well, Mom, everybody does it. Okay, yes, they do. But I don't. I take more pride in not doing it because I'll do only what I want to do, not because everybody else is doing it. So I'm going to do what's best for me as a person. So when you're 15, I understand that little kids are going to experiment or teenagers are going to experiment. I did as well. But you do have to understand the weed that they sell now is definitely not what was in your backyard. It's sprayed with chemicals. It's probably not good. Some people, it throws them right onto the astral level. Some people it does. Some people, they don't have an effect from it. You never know. You don't know. Nobody knows, right? Nobody knows what exactly goes on with everybody. So yeah, the skunk weed back in the day, but no one knows. So if you don't know what it does, and just because your friends are doing it, you could be the other one who doesn't. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. And that's mass bullying. So what if they smoke weed? It's so commonplace that everybody does it. How about you be a little bit unique and not do it? I'm just saying, because everybody does it. I hear it from adults. I hear it from little kids, 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds, everybody trying to get everyone to do it. Again, I'm not talking about people who have cancer, are sick, have anxiety, whatever. Do whatever you got to do. But most people are medicating themselves on something. Why don't you stop and see the world and see it for what it is and gain your power back, pull every ounce of your power back from another place? You'll learn that as you get older. I have a feeling you will. I have a feeling you will. You can do it. And just because like people eat spaghetti, I try not to eat spaghetti a lot. So I call it dope too. You're probably of my age. Yeah, my son, oh my God, Ann, I'm so sorry. Fentanyl is in everything. They're putting that in weed. They're putting it in cocaine. I'm so sorry, Ann. These kids, people, I have 30-year-olds dying of fentanyl. You don't know what you're getting. You don't know what you're getting. And this is why they're trying to kill them. I know they're doing it on purpose. This is why. If you don't eat Taco Bell, this sounds very weird. If you don't eat Taco Bell and you don't eat McDonald's and you take care of your health, then they can't get you that way. If you smoke weed every day, they can spray that shit on the weed. I don't even know how it gets there. I understand you can break it up and do stuff. They put it in cocaine. Nobody buying cocaine wants fentanyl in it. Hello? I'm buying cocaine so I can stay awake and be thin. I don't want your fucking fentanyl and fall down the stairs and sleep and crack my head open. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. So they're putting it into things. That's a problem. That's a problem. And you don't know what you're getting. So don't ever let the system put you on things to try to regulate your behavior. They do that with the pharmaceutical. Once you hit 60, they're like, why don't you have insurance? Why don't you go to the doctor every 4 weeks? We pay $400 for your office visit. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Because I don't want to. I do not want to pay for your Mercedes. I'll do what I want when I want. If I'm sick, I'll go, fentanyl is like 50 times stronger than heroin, or it's an opioid and it's stronger than heroin and it's stronger than the other thing, morphine, which is a derivative of heroin. But thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, you guys. Many children are dying from the parents' fentanyl. You're going to pay a price with the drugs. I promise you. 80 times stronger. Yeah, I promise you're going to pay a price. If you're selling it, you better watch when you have your own kids. What do you think? Someone's not going to give your kids drugs just because you're sober now? Nice try. They're going to give your kids drugs. You want to sell shit? You think your kids aren't going to get that? You better think. You got to think abstractly. It's going to happen. You think because you're a cheating slut whore in your marriage or a cheating slut guy whore or whatever, your kids aren't going to do it and one of your friends isn't going to come after your kids? Be realistic about what's going on. And if you're mind altered all the time, how can you see it? Okay, wait, something about that. Yeah, 50. There are older people on drugs too. It's everywhere. It's hidden in plain sight. Be very careful. The sins of the parents go back on the children. Understand that. Sins go back and back and back. And by sins, I mean bad behavior. Anybody who's selling drugs is selling to somebody's child, and somebody's child isn't going to live. You sell cocaine, you traffic in cocaine, you give it, you bring in bad energy, you may die, or your kid may die, or your mother may die, or your lover may die. You don't get to decide, but they will take something out from you for putting that shit on somebody else's kid and family and putting them. You can't be dealing drugs and somebody else's kid overdoses and then you think you're exempt from it, because you're not. So remember that. I died 9 times. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's supposed to be microdosing. Yeah. Another crock of shit. The fentanyl is terrible. Microdosing is another bullshit just to get a lot of it in your body. I'm microdosing. I'm keeping straight. No, you're an idiot. That's what you're doing. Sorry. You're just stupid. Okay. I honestly don't believe you need to take anything to be spiritual. I'm telling you, I really don't. You're either spiritual or you're not spiritual. Taking had a friend that it's terrible. Taking ayahuasca, taking peyote, you can do it. You can take LSD. You can do whatever you want. And I'm not saying I haven't, because we know that I loved the LSD as a kid. But you can do all of that. But be very, very sure that that has nothing to do with spirituality. That has nothing to do with anything. If you have to push it in some new age thing. Now, again, I'm not speaking about people that are sins or gender. Oh my God, aren't they? I'm breaking sins with that, but you know, you take a lot of flack when you break sins. When you do that, oh my God. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. The sins of the father carry 7 generations. Might not be you, might be your grandkids. Might not be him, might be his grandkids or whatever. Yeah, I know LSD is terrible. No, anything that I'm not saying it's not fun, but it does open up the brain in areas that you might not want. It can cause schizophrenia. Yes, can cause schizophrenia. They tell you when you're detoxing off of drugs, 7 generations down. And people can put curses on you. They can wish your kids dead. They can speak it into being. I always send that shit back. Yeah, weed can save lives too. I'm not saying it can't, but be very careful where you get your weed and what's in it. Understand what you're doing. Yeah. I don't know the hidden meaning of Christmas. I'm assuming Hallmark set it up. But no, fentanyl is not useful. Of course not. No, I don't know. I'm not saying in every case. I'm saying they say the sins of the father. So keep that in fucking mind. When you know better, you do better. But the sins of the father, if somebody murders over here, 7 generations down, that shit's going to keep coming up. And then you're going to be like, why me? Exactly. Not saying it's your fault. It's called the sins of the father, meaning ancestrally back. So keep that in mind. Fentanyl's coming in from, that country where the bat caused the problem. And it's coming in through South America, and it's a huge crop. So, yeah, well, you have to be careful with anything you do. You have to be careful. If you make a mistake, it comes. So you have to break it, or you have to clear it. You have to be careful of people around you, because you don't know what they do. Coming into witchcraft, black magic, you have no idea who does what. You have no idea who does what. You would be surprised as all hell of who does what. Yeah, where things are made and it's cheap. Exactly. There, it is your intention. Exactly. All right, you guys, I must run so I can phone people from an unblocked number, which is this number. Thank you all for your generous everything, your super chats, and generous to give me different viewpoints and opinions, and all of the things that you send me, and everything that's beautiful. Just ask God to step into your life and protect your children. That, however, does not mean that anybody's children aren't going to die and that God is still not protecting them, because we all have an expiration date. That's a separate thing. So meaning like a can of milk, we all die, we are all born. So there's that. All right, you guys, I will talk to you soon. Yeah, go Packers. I'm not even for the Packers, but if you say go, I say go. Oh my God, standing up. Oh my God. If you have surgeries, you have to take pain medicine. Okay, there's Mew Mew. She says goodbye too. All right, you guys, peace out. Bye. Thank you.